your town yourself and enter, and inquire who in it is worthy, and there abide till you go thence. When you come into an house, salute it. And if the house be worthy, let your peace come upon it, but if it be not worthy, let your peace return to you. When the Bible speaks about the house being worthy, what it's referring to in the context is whether or not you're willing to receive the words of God. So basically, you come to a person, you come to a house, you ask them if they know for sure they're going to heaven. If they say no, you say, well, hey, you have just 10 minutes. Can I show you what the Bible says? And if they say they don't have time, the Bible is saying they're not worthy. Basically, you don't have to feel obligated to spend your time. Don't try to force them to listen. From experience, when you go soul winning and you basically force people to listen that really don't want to hear, they do not get saved. Right? I've given the gospel to a lot of my wife's relatives that did not want to hear what I had to say, and they did not get saved. Right? And so if people don't want to hear, there's really no point of trying to force them to listen. Right? Or inquire who is worthy. Inquire basically means make a really diligent search. Really try to find out who is it who's worthy. And the way we do that is just simply, do you have 10 minutes? I mean, that's how we inquire. We just say, do you have 10 minutes? If they do, then we talk to them. Now, obviously, when we come to a house, it says salute the house. So if you come to a person or to a house, we want to be respectful and nice to the person. Usually, they're going to be respectful back to us. If they're not respectful to us, to the best of our ability, we still want to try to be respectful to them. The best way to kind of end a conversation that maybe doesn't go the right way or whatever, they don't want to listen, we'd say, well, just on the back, if you have more time, the Bible tells us we'd love to have you stop by church sometime. And so, try to be friendly with them, find out who's worthy. And it says, and whosoever shall not receive you, nor hear your words, when you depart out of that house or city, shake off the dust of your feet. And so what can take place is someone, let's say they receive us, but during the conversation, they're not really believing, they're not really following, or they're looking at their phone or their cell phone or their watch over and over again. And then you can basically kind of end the conversation and be friendly, because even though they were willing to receive the words in the beginning, meaning they're worthy, they basically deemed themselves unworthy, like Paul speaks about. You deemed yourselves unworthy of everlasting life, and you don't want to waste your time because you're just not going to get it. And then just shake off the dust of your feet. The idea is you don't just sit there and sulk about it. You're sad and depressed. It's like just move on and go to the next person. Right? It's not your fault. You didn't do anything wrong. It says, Verily I say to you, it shall be more tolerable for the land of Sodom and Gomorrah in the day of judgment than for that city. The idea is if there's somebody who's just unwilling to listen, unwilling to hear when a soul winner came to them, they're going to be held responsible because they had the opportunity and they rejected it. So the basic soul winning lesson we have there in Matthew 10 is just the fact that we just try to talk to who's willing to listen. And if they don't want to listen, it's not the end of the world. We just move on to the next.